You see, I've always said you cannot control the words you speak. Once they have gone out of your mouth, that is it. It's upon the people to interpret. You cannot come out and try to interpret what you meant. I mean, even in our society, you are not given that privilege. You have said words, they were spoken in English. If they were to be spoken in Swahili or other language, still there are people, that's a society, they would interpret it the way they want. So, you know, I don't know why the president actually feels great when he speaks. You see, leaders world over mark their words, imagine the audience, look at the audience, then measure their words according to leadership ethics and governance. But our president seems to hop from statement to another one without actually getting worried that apart from what he is thinking, the world around him will have the right also to think the way they want. So that is common, not only in this one. We've seen when he says, I want to build a church, just like that, just out of the blues, I want to build a church. And when people say how much it is, then he comes up and says, no, I mean, it's my own money I'm going to use. Even those statements, if you look at them, they would border on what actually would look like, I don't want to use the stronger term, but I want to say the speech is not considered correctly. And I always keep asking, does the president sit down on a round table with the peers, not peers really, sorry, I don't mean peers in terms of other presidents, but I mean with his team at the leadership level, so that they can tell him, Your Excellency, if you go this direction, this is how people may interpret it. The communications experts around him and generally national security and all that. So that, are you trying to tell people that you can fake it? As CEO of a republic, are you telling people you can fake it? We can say, I promised to give you, you know, SHA or, you know, insurance. And then you finally go up and say, when we all know that people are being turned down in the hospitals, they're being told you need to grow your disease so that it can meet the threshold of SHA, and you're coming in public and saying it is working, and you're calling it fact. Economy has grown when you work arithmetics with World Bank. The borrowing capacity you have, can we give you more money? That may have been structured now. Is that felt in the local Mama Mboga when she's buying in Mboga, when you promise them that they would be having decent life? Do we have Wi-Fi in the markets when people are selling their potatoes and they can be able to access it? So I don't foresee a situation where the head of state can actually change from what he is doing. And that is why you can see now people have come up and said, no, thank you. We are quite honestly fed up with this trajectory. We are going to look elsewhere. And you can see now Raila Odinga is saying, no, I will stick with my brother until 2027. If you look at my handles, I've been asking, when is Raila bolting out? I know that's not a discussion, Fred, but I'm just saying that people now, in every corner, when you ask, how are you feeling? Including the head of state himself. When you listen to his whispers to his friends, he is aware, fully aware that the only thing that the citizens have not done is to anoint a particular individual and say, ni wewe. And then people will now start campaigns proper. So I think that Kenya Kwanza has, in all honesty, let down Kenyans. It's not about we like so and so or we don't like him. It's not about disrespect. It's not about protests. The truth is, what you promised, you have not given. Now you have come back and said, no, I didn't promise you. I was raising the bar on the country's ambition. That is quite laughable. It's really, really unfair to the people of Kenya.
Okay. In the president's justification, he says, yes, as Wakili put it, that he simply intended to raise the aspirations of Kenyans to a different point. But for him to find the need to justify why he made those promises, it would mean that he is under